3, go. Welcome, everybody. Whew, it's been a quick minute. So I was going to go on yesterday. I was tired yesterday. I was in Manville on Friday, and so I had readings in the afternoon. Did a ghost walk in the afternoon or in the evening, and then had readings Sunday, and then drove back home. So it was a roundabout crazy adventure to Manville, and connecting, meeting, catching up with Vicky was absolutely awesome. It it was quite a while since I've been out there, so it was really nice to reconnect and everything. And it's amazing, I've been going to Manville for 7 years. Believe it or not. I've been going to Manville for 7 years. So a lot, for going out to Manville. And I think Vicky met me, or we connected. It could have been when I did a circuit with Silver Cove. And she saw me, or it was Periscope. No, I was doing Periscope, and she found me on Periscope. So doing these lives, you never know who I'm going to meet, or who follows me, or who reaches out to connect. And then poof, here I am. I'm off to I don't know where Manville is, but I'm going to find out, so and that's the whole thing, is that just finding that connection and getting the invite, and then here I come and off I go. So you never know. And doing the Manville thing is really nice, because you get to meet new clients. You get to connect with so many fabulous people, and the ghost tour too, because I've done the ghost tour in Manville a few times. So it's like, when you go there, the ghosts know you. They're like, hey, she's back. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I mean, if you have people who want a reading, and you're able to put me up and feed me, and you get me fully booked, I'll be there. So that's the way it works. Vicky does all the promotion and everything else, and she feeds me, she puts me up. It's absolutely fabulous. And yes, she does take a percentage, but it's still, it's profitable, I believe, for both of us on both ends. So that's really cool in doing that. So love it, love it, love it. So I'm hoping everybody's doing really well today. It is a little bit cray again. I mean, we're still in it. I'm still expecting something to go off this week, especially on the world front. So I know I just looking at the astrology, something that's going to just go off. It's interesting to see that Pluto is with the North Node in Eris, with the nodes, as it was energizing Pluto and Eris square back in 2020, 2021. And that Eris energy is really coming in strong again. I mean, she played a really big energy during 2021. And, with that Pluto Eris square, and then the Pluto Saturn conjunction in January 26th of 2020. I mean, we had the big, the big pandemic happened, and we also there was an election down in the United States that got heated up. We ended up with Kobe Bryant's death, and the horrific death, and that was on the exact day of the first Pluto square. UK formally withdraws from Brexit, and then we had Harry and Meghan step down. She brings in chaos and discord. And that's the thing. Eris is chaos and discord. And can you also perhaps see that Eris's energy of pulling back the veil to reveal more truth? And, we got to keep in mind, this was only just the beginning. So this was the start of peeking behind the veil. But the whole 2 years of 5 squares was a revolution. So this Eris energy is heading to the North Node of Destiny, and having just been activated by the Ring of Fire and the solar eclipse in the South Node this past week, what is brewing in the collective, right? So there is this brewing of energy that's coming in, and this brewing that of feeling like Eris is awakening your activist and your warrior energy. This is really a trigger. This is a reactive. We're finding people are getting triggered all over the place, and that's what Eris loves. Eris loves to trigger the fuck out of people and see what they will do, because she was not invited to the wedding. You know, she's the one who created the Trojan War, by asking, by being the goddess of discord. She's the one who loves to go through the battlefields with her dragging her sword behind her. Like she's just a crazy lady, right? She's a crazy goddess, but she brings in that discord. She's bringing it in. Did you cut your hair? Yeah. Yes, I cut my hair. She is a crazy lady. She does have that cracker, and we are in the midst, and with that lunar eclipse triggered it. So we are in a battle. We're coming into a religious battle over whose God is better. So my God's better than your God. My God says this. Well, my God says this too. But my God says it better than your God. So your God is bad. Well, how can my God be bad when your God's really, really bad? No, your God's really, really bad. So yeah, there. So Eris is spelled Eris, Eris. And she is quite the troublemaker, just saying. And she's just on the other side of Pluto. They thought she was going to be this great big planet when they discovered her, right? But no, she's not. But her orbit around the sun is over 560 some years. So she's been in Aries for the longest of time. We all have Aries in our Aries. All of us do, that walk this earth. The thing is that she is the person who's awakening the dragon. So the dragon is awakening. She's the one who is bringing forth the major changes that are coming into this world. And this solar eclipse made it perfect by the sun and the moon, and it quincunx Uranus and Neptune opposite Eris, conjunct with the south node and squaring Pluto. So we have some major players coming in here again, and there's some rocky territory incoming. But it's also amazing for pulling the carpet up to see what needs to be cleaned up, to see what needs to be done. And you can have rose-colored glasses on, but this is about taking those rose-colored glasses off and seeing the truth and seeing what is truly there and what truly needs to happen. And the North Node in Aries demands we stand up, speak for truth. She is the goddess for the underdog, right? She wants us to speak up. She wants us to have that full power of yes. This is a huge energy of awakening right now. And Eris is awakening people left, right, and center. And the awakening isn't always nice. It isn't always pretty. And with that karmic energy of the South Node in Libra demands to stop being placid, and keeping up appearances. The North Node in Aries demands us to stand up and speak. So we can't be placid. You can't sit around and not do anything, because it's going to start knocking on your door somehow. And the energies are going to, with what is unfolding, especially over the next several days, where we will witness some more intense craziness that's going to unfold in this world, and how the battle is going to intensify even more. When it comes to the economy and where Neptune is, or well, not only Neptune, but where Uranus is we're in that energetic of World War II and the energies of the war. And so we're coming into this changes that we are going to be seeing, that that many of us have never witnessed before in our life. And Eris being I'm going to call her an instigator to all of this, and squaring over to Pluto again, being in that opposition to that lunar eclipse, is that trigger of awakening, of saying, do you really want to live your life this way? Is this the way you want to have things go? And in doing that, brings in the discord, brings in the unrest. And that's what she's doing, is bringing in the unrest in the world and the discord in the world. And it is our responsibility, and you're going to be feeling it, our responsibility to be that shining light, not to choose sides. It is so hard to choose sides, but we are going to be forced on many different sides of trying to be making a choice. Being a religious war, meaning that you are going to be finding what you do or what you stand up for, like for myself, could be deemed as wrong, as could be illegal, and making it to be illegal that I can't talk about what I talk about. And that's part of the control, the religion, of doing things, right? They don't want you to be able to be that individual, to be that shining person, to shine that light, to allow for your differences to be heard. And as things are, even with the new laws that are coming into Canada and how they are going to, I mean, they're kind of weird, because it wants to give every single culture to be in Canada to be heard. But how is that? Because a lot of them don't agree with one another and how they want to be heard or who they want to be seen with, right? So it really, it's a manipulation and control. And what does Eris do? She goes, I love this manipulation and control. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to protest, or are we going to roll over and do nothing? Are you going to call your MP? Are you going to write your letters? I know I have. This is part of it. This is good. This is part of the rumbling. How much, like, she's the person who says, how many times can I poke you before you wake the fuck up and start doing something? I'll make you uncomfortable. I will cause the carpets to be pulled from underneath you so you can see all the dust and the nuttiness and the rot that's there. And that's what she's doing. And we don't want to see that. We don't want to see the rot. I don't want to see the destruction of my country. I don't want to see the craziness. Oh, I want to see pretty, right? I want to see good things. I want to be able to do good things. I want to have a good time. I want everything to be pleasant. I don't want anything to be bad. None of us do. But in order for the change to happen, you have to have the bad. You have to have the wake-up call. And that's what has been happening since the pandemic. The planning, the manipulation, the espionage, the lies, the deceit. And more is coming. More is being played out, and more people are falling into it as mainstream media is doing its thing, right? It's doing its thing, and everybody's starting to take a side. Oh, they're bad. Oh, they're bad. Oh, their God must be better than their God. It's the same fucking God. It's not a different God. It's the same. It's the same. It's just the dogma and the interpretation of it. That's what's different. It's the interpretation and how you interpretate it. Interpretate it. Hey, that's my new word. Interpretate it. That's the thing. It's how you take it, how you are putting it out there, right? It's the same. Zeus, you know, God, I mean, man, he was manipulative and played around. There was a lot of children, men went off to war for years and years and years and years, and all these children were children of Zeus. A good excuse. God came down, got me pregnant while you were gone. you know, this is part of this energy that we're having and the manipulation that's going on, right? And we have to awaken because a couple truth bombs. One, we all know, I've been telling you the market's going to crash this by the end of this year. By the end of next year, it'll be full blown shit show. Springtime, there's going to be a lot more bankruptcies and people losing their homes. Not only in the United States, but in Canada as well. We're going to start seeing that a lot, or hearing a lot for back east. Talk of the draft is coming in, and I've said that before. So that's a huge one. So there's going to be disruptions that are going to come to our streets in many different ways, and we're going to see it more and more because of people choosing sides, and everybody has an opinion, on it. And I mean, I have a personal opinion on it, but I also know I have to stay in the light, right? Killing is wrong. Doesn't matter. It's just wrong, but as human beings, we are not a loving, fluffy type of energy. We are very ruthless. We are very underhanded. We are very manipulative. And many times we're very bloodthirsty. As much as what the little fairies and the little vegans and everybody wants to believe differently. It is how we are going to come together over this next week and into the rest of October and into November is going to be very important. And how we stay in our light is going to be extremely important, because Eris, the goddess of chaos, is coming in, and she's doing her damnedest to bring forth the chaos and the disruption, that she does. She is conjunct the North Node and the true, and also the true node version. Also, she's going to be conjunct to the mean nodes. Big Eris, North Node. This is going to be arguably the biggest astrology of the year, along with the Pluto squaring the nodes. And Pluto ingresses into Aquarius on March 23rd, and he is going back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius this year and next year, and won't be in Aquarius for good until the end of 2024. So this back and forth craziness and triggering Eris is going to be there for some time, because Eris doesn't move fast. She's very slow moving. I mean, it takes her over 500 years just to get out of Aries. So this intensely with Jupiter, with Sirius opposite, triggered the upcoming Mercury and Mars are going to be conjunct. So we got to pay attention to a lot of what's coming in and connecting dots, especially with what's coming in over the next couple weeks and what that looks like, because of with Mercury and Mars coming together. Well, Mercury's coming to give Mars a lot of information, and it's in Scorpio. So it's going to get fired up. It's going to get, okay, now I have the information of what I need to take the action to go forward. So over the next couple of weeks, Mercury's gathering information, or intel, you could say. And then as he goes up and he conjuncts with Mars, which is another, action-oriented energy, saying, what are the actions that are we going to be taking, right? Mars and Eris, like Eris is the goddess of war, Mars is the god of war. So now we're going to have an activation of the masculine and the feminine combined over the next 2 to 6 weeks. I'm going to say 2 weeks. We'll go with 2 weeks and then go from there. What can we do as individuals? One, as I've always said, be prepared, be diligent in what you are doing. Right? How are you bringing your energy? Are you bringing your energy with love and light, or are you angry? What are you angry about? Like what is that? Can you give that up? It's going to be a test for us as light workers to come with humility and to come with love through this all, and not with judgment. And that's going to be extremely difficult with what is going to be unfolding even more. With the South Node in Libra, do you think discussions are going to go well for hostages? No. There's no diplomacy with the South Node in Libra. That's not what the South Node in Libra does. It's very chaotic. And so when it comes to negotiations are going to go out the door, which is going to be difficult, for a lot of people to see or hear. So when it comes to a lot of decisions and that, it's going to be not very diplomatic, that's for sure. So it's going to be crazy. So this weekend on the 21st and 22nd, I'm having my vision board virtual retreat. And what my vision board virtual retreat is great for, it's great for getting yourself connected, organized on what you are wanting to create for yourself and the life that you want, both in your life and business. It helps you to look at all areas of your life and ask questions in those areas of your life. And as you're asking questions, then you can start to create the vision board. You can start to really see, oh yeah, that is what I relate to. This is what I want to create. Because you might think this is, you might be wanting the 12,000 square foot chateau, but you're like, no, I'd rather have the farmhouse. Or you're like, oh, first you wanted the farmhouse, and then, no, I want the 12,000 square foot chateau because that's more in my alignment. That's more of one. And you're able to accept it. You're able to step forward with it. Same with business. It's getting you to really look at, what do I need to do? What does that look like? Okay, how much do I need to make to do blah, 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 whatever it is. It gives you the mundane, which is very much needed, especially when you have a lot of Taurus energy, right? You need the mundane, you need the muggle world in order for you to create more of that abundance, and understanding that if you want to do anything, you need the money. Doesn't matter. It's better to be a lender than a borrower, because if you are a lender, then you have assets. You're able to help more, right? And be able to give to more people. So my vision board workshop that's what it's about. It's about creating the world that you are wanting to dive into. And there's still spots available for that. Both my meeting with the ancestors, both the Sunday and the Monday are filled. They got filled pretty fast. I thought so. So they got filled. On November 3rd, I'm going to be doing a walk. I thought I was going to go do the Rose and Crown, but the Rose and Crown is closed. Been told by a couple people, and then I was like, oh shit. So find another place to start off and do a walk. And then I'm doing a walk on the 5th of November in the evening, and we're going to be starting at Central Memorial Library downtown, and we're going to walk to the YWCA, and then come in and around. And there's a couple like little places in there that we can sort of stop in, take a look at, have a feel, have a cup of coffee or a drink, and then move on and stuff. And people will be receiving a reading. So that should be fun. So we're doing that. So let's pull some cards. And also, if you want to book in a reading, we have a few spots open this week for readings. I think I have 2 spots open this week. So I got a pretty crazy busy week. Okay, this card really wants to come. Clear the past. So this card, clear the past. So we need to start looking at how we need to clear the past. Let go of the past. Let go of the chains of the past. What is holding you? What is holding you from going forward is something that we're hanging on to. So we need to start looking at what we need to clear, because you're the boss, baby. Know that you are the one who is the boss of your reality. You're the one who's in control of your reality. So allow yourself, when you clear the past, then you're stepping into saying, yeah, I am in control of who I am, right? And then we got time for crayons. That means time for play. Take that time for play. Take that time to create and be creative, right? And in that creativeness, you are allowing yourself to step forward, to do other things, allowing yourself to let loose in I didn't even know that time for crayons. As long as I've had this deck, I've never seen that card. So bringing in the play within the craziness of the world. So don't get so hung up on nuttiness sort of thing. So there you go. Yeah. Busy doing a lot of finishing off my marketing. That's what I'm busy doing this week, is a lot of my marketing stuff and promotion. And today is my baby's birthday, Owen's birthday today. So we'll have a birthday celebration today with him, going out for dinner. And yeah, so just preparing for my lot for the weekend. So that's what I'm doing. But sending you guys off so much love. Have a fabulous one. Be aware. Watch where all the dots are connecting in your life over the next couple weeks, because things are going to unfold. Information's going to come in for you on direction and where you need to be setting your energies and things along that line. So sending you out so much love. Have a great one. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all you say, in all you be, in all you do. Have just a fabulous, fabulous day.